Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are here to look through the injuries from going from week number 4 to week number 5. And we have Olin Kreutz of the Bears being injured for 6 weeks with a dislocated elbow. Sucks because he's the best offensive lineman on the Bears. Then we had Chad Johnson, speaking of bad injuries, a strained Achilles for 2 weeks. And he is the best receiver on the team. So the Cincinnati offense is definitely going to have to change. I mean, they still got TJ Houshmandzadeh, so they're not totally screwed, but that offense is taking a big hit, losing a guy like him for at least 2 weeks. The Bills, I believe there's no new injuries here. Here from last week, because you still got Roscoe Parrish out with a dislocated knee. Aaron Schobel out with the broken hand. Robert Royal with the dislocated elbow. Jason Whittle with his foot stress fracture. And JP Lott. Actually, I think Parrish, Royal, and Lossman are all new, actually. Sprained elbow for Lossman, which sucks for your starting quarterback. You lose your top tight end for a month and a half. And not only that, you lose one of your fastest receivers for 4 weeks with a dislocated knee. So, injury bug traveled up to Buffalo, I see. Yeah, Broncos and Browns, no injuries. Buccaneers, BJ Eskews, sprained elbow, out for a week. Cardinals, no new injuries. Chargers, no injuries at all. The Chiefs, they've lost their punter, Dustin Colquitt, for 7 weeks for a broken tibia. Now that's crazy. I didn't think punters could get injured in this game because you can't trade for kickers and punters, so they had to sign one out of free agency so that way they can be able to deal with having a punter and not having to have their kicker pull double duty. Good news is Jeff Webb is probable this week. Tony Gonzalez is questionable, though, with an abdominal tear. Chris Terry's got a PCL sprain that he's out with. The Chiefs are dealing with a lot of injuries. Not the best time considering they just lost to the Chargers. Colts, no injuries. Cowboys, no new injuries, but hopefully they get Aiken back next week. And Patrick Drayton for their offense. Now, if losing Ronnie Brown last week wasn't bad enough, you lose your starting right tackle, Mike Rosendahl, to a broken fibula for 8 weeks. Things are just going from bad to worse down in South Beach. And hopefully the Dolphins season start off so strong, 2-0, doesn't end up turning into like a horrible season. Eagles, no new injuries. Falcons, no injuries at all. Derek Smith is still out. 1 more week, at least, Davis still out with the high ankle sprain. Gerald Sensabaugh still out. But no new injuries for Jaguars because they had the bye week. Thomas Jones. Dude just went off last week. He had, out of his 251 yards so far this season, and his 6 touchdowns, 131 of them, and of those yards, and 4 of those touchdowns just came last week, and you still list him as probable. But we got a new injury for the Lions. Barry Stokes, I don't think he's very stoked about this, a torn pectoral for 8 weeks. Packers, no new injuries for them. Panthers, no injuries for them. Patriots, no injuries. Raiders, everybody's healthy. Rams, no new injuries. The Ravens, No new injuries because these are all the same ones. At least Roll is questionable to return. So he should be back on the field soon. Redskins, no new injuries. Saints, they had a bye week, so no new injuries for them. Seahawks, no new injuries. Well, no injuries at all. And no new injuries for the Steelers this week. Texans, no new injuries. Nobody got injured for Tennessee because they had a bye week. And Minnesota has no injuries as well. So that's the injury update for week number 4 going to week number 5. And I will see you all next time.